Alright guys, here we are on the barrier island today, and we're going to be taking a look at the dune system. So as you can see, looking this way, so very organized dune system. So this dune system was new. It was put in by the state of New Jersey. To your left here in the camera you can see the old existing dune system, and this was added on after Hurricane Sandy as part of the initiative to protect the barrier island. So what you're looking at here is marram grasses, and marram is kind of similar to cord grasses, which you're probably familiar with already. I'm looking at salt marsh stuff. So we can see these things were planted in rows here and all the way down, looking from Lavalette towards Seaside Heights in the distance. You can see all of these large dunes that were added here to protect the barrier island. So as we traveled down the entrance to the beach, see a couple things right away. You can see that as the dune gives way to the beach, or where you normally might be sitting on the beach, enjoying your day, all that sort of good stuff, that's called the berm of the beach. So this is coming down onto the berm, and on the berm of the beach you can see here, actually if you were following and paying attention, you kind of can't really see the waves breaking anymore. We're actually going to go back uphill a little bit. So looking back up the dune this way, you see some of the fences put in here, retention fences to try to keep the dunes where they belong and also keep people off the dunes. Importantly, you certainly don't want to be disturbing that grass that's going to keep all the sand in place. So we're just going to make our way down the beach here a little bit. So you can see, and some of the stuff here on the beach has been changed by the replenishment, not just the dunes, but just the sediment itself. So it's more rocks and little clam shells and things like that. This was brought in by the dredging projects that extended the size of this berm. So as we're looking this way, continuing towards the ocean, as you look down at the sand, the sediment will eventually change and give way towards being more of the sand that you might have been used to when you were younger, more of a fine sand. So as I'm coming this way now, we can see we're coming over what we call the berm crest. See, there's some waves here today. So we're facing east right now. So if we're facing east out towards the Atlantic Ocean, we look back to the west, that's where we came from. So an important thing to note is that winds, and wind direction is named for the way in which the wind is coming from, not the way in which it's going. So the wind is coming from out this way and traveling towards this way. We call it a west wind, sometimes also known as an offshore wind, because it's coming off the shore towards the ocean. So you can see this, some people surfing out there. That looks like fun. And you can see this big drop off here. We'll take a big drop. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh! So this one drop off here is created by large wave activity, and all this area is called the berm crest, and then it leads up into our ocean environment. We have our near shore, foreshore environments out there. We talked about some of the gulls on the barrier island. This one here is a herring gull. Doesn't like me getting too close. Another herring gull over here. If you see the one that's darker in color, that also doesn't like me coming near him, that's a juvenile herring gull. So the herring gulls themselves do not get the white and gray plumage that we think of for your typical seagull. Obviously there's no seagulls, they're called herring gulls. But this younger bird here, even though he might look old because he's got brownish colors, is actually a juvenile bird that hasn't got his full adult plumage yet. It takes about 3 years for that to come in. So as we make our way off the barrier island berm crest, you can see those cliffs over there. Again, we're back to the berm, making our way back to this really well done dune system. And dune preservation is one of the most important things about the barrier island. We're trying to basically create permanent structures. You can see all these houses, you know, worth a lot of money. People are building on dynamic environments, which is not always a great idea, but we're fighting against it as much as we can. We're trying to prevent flooding, and we're trying to prevent erosion and also things like that. So it's great to have these grasses up here to protect us. And you can see really a huge berm that we've created for everyone to enjoy. Hopefully you enjoyed your trip to the beach today. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.